And we will look at our learning target for today. Today's a big day. It is our first day. There we go. To show off our learning. So we've been in school for about a month now, I would say. Haley, can you put away any toys and distractions? Thank you, honey. Whole body listening, guys. All right. So today we've been in school at least a month now. So you get a chance to show off your learning from our math lessons. We've done at least 7 math lessons, 6 math lessons, and we've done quite a few in our remote learning time as well. So I am going to ask you to take a quiz today. But before we do that, I want to make sure we've done a good review and you are very clear on multiplication and division. The reason we do quizzes is so we can see what we still need to work on. That's for me, what I need to work on, and for you, what you need to work on. Okay, guys? So the success criteria today is you will be able to correct your exit ticket. So I have exit tickets from yesterday. I did not get everyone's exit ticket. I'm missing Leo's, Colvin, Battersby, you wrote it in there, but you didn't actually put it in the attached Google Doc. Henry, Katie, and Reese, I did not get your exit tickets, and I have to have those because I'm taking grades. That's part of your report card. So, and it's part of your learning. So I will show you how to do that again, but I would like everybody to make sure you're doing your exit tickets because in the grade book, there's a big 0 if I don't have it, okay? But the rest of you, if I didn't say your name, congratulations, you did a great job. I was really, really impressed. I did write back to each one of you, so make sure you go back and see, I gave you your grade if you got a 3. If it didn't say you got a 3 or 4, you probably got a 2, and I gave you the explanation of what it should have been. But we're gonna go over that today. And the reason is so we can learn from our mistakes. I also want you to participate in the review today. And then once we do that, you'll log into Think Central and take quiz 1. So I'm going to ask Ellie, Josh Carter, is he not here right now? Angelique, August.
Oh, is it my Josh? Oh, you said Josh Carter.
I already gave, no, I said Lewis.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, I said Carter. Josh Carter's here. I'm sorry, Josh Carter. Max? In my head, I did. That's okay. Evie? And then Haley. If you were not here, do you know where Haley's sitting? If you were not here, raise your hand because I'm going to have you write this. And if you did not do this at home, I want you to write it down on your board. So write your name, exit ticket 1. Who else is not here? Write your name. You weren't here. Is that it?
Yeah, I checked it.
Okay. So I had quite a few of you got 3s or 3 minuses, and it might say because you didn't give me an example. The exit ticket 1, the question was, and it's right here for you, it asked you to explain in words, here we are, how multiplication and division are related. So explain how multiplication and division are related in words and give an example. So I heard a lot of different things. This is what I saw most of you write. Where's yours, my dear? Where's your exit ticket? Did you not get it back? Look under your board. I passed them out. So everybody should have one. Some of you do not have one. Oh, maybe I quit passing them out. That's what happened. So I have a few more. Maybe you could help me. Yeah. So you should see if you got a 2 on this, or if I didn't give you a 3, you probably got a 2. Here's why. You should have said they are inverse operations. They are the opposite. They undo each other. You should have given an example like 2 times 5 equals 10. Or so 10 divided by 2 equals 5. You didn't have to use those numbers, but you should have come up with something like that. Okay, I loved what Gavin said. Is Gavin here? Gavin, can I share what you said in yours? Can I share your exit ticket? I really liked it. Thank you, Gavin. So I'm going to show you what Gavin wrote from yesterday, and that was under math. Yesterday was 1.6. And if I view, I should be able to show you his. It was really well said. So here's Gavin's. And if you are in second grade and you didn't go back to the assignment yesterday, it asked you in the directions on the exit ticket. It had a Google Doc attached for you to go in and write your answer. That's how we ended math yesterday and how we will be ending math many days. Not every day, but many days. So here's what Gavin wrote. He said the example was 5 times 5 equals 25, and 25 divided by 5 equals 5 are the same because, not exactly the same, but multiplication is just adding in the numbers like equal groups in their times tables, and division is just putting them back together. So I thought that was interesting, but I kind of reworded that a little and gave another explanation. So when you're multiplying, you're adding equal groups, and when you're dividing, you're taking the total and putting them into equal groups. I was wondering also, who else did I want to share? So this is what it looks like, guys. When you turn it into me, I get it like this. Clara, can I share yours? Thumbs up, can I share yours, or thumbs down? Thumbs up. Okay, let's see what Clara did. So she wrote, and if you have a pencil, if you got a 2, I want you to write the correction. She said the way multiplication and division are related is that they are the opposites of each other. Then she wrote 3 times 2 equals 6. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So she's showing the inverse, and she gave an example. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. And if something to that effect, they undo each other. They are the opposite. Go ahead and make your corrections with a colored pencil. If I ask for an example, put an example in. Use one that we got. If you were absent, you need to write something down like they are the opposite. And let me show you one more time where you find that exit ticket. On Google Classroom, when you go to the assignment under math, here's where that exit ticket was. It says exit ticket number 1, and the directions are here. It'll tell you what to do. And you just click on it. It'll take you to the exit ticket, and you type in your answer. Okay, there it is. So that's how you access your Google Doc for your exit ticket. If you are in person right now, you can find an example in red. If you were absent yesterday, here's an example. Just a minute, honey. Well, go get what you need. The orange pencil, yeah, to make the corrections. This is what you are writing if you were absent. Abby, can you see that? Abby, come sit over here, honey, so you can see. Katie, did you have a question? Angelique, did you have a question? I can't hear you. Go quick.
No.
All right. Okay, thank you, Katie. All right, so now that's the exit ticket. I wanted to make sure we went over that. Anybody else need more time on that? You still need more time?
Yeah, we still need more.
Okay, so they are inverse operations. You could write that, or you could write they are the opposite, or you could write they undo each other, and then give some sort of example. Yes, honey?
Okay, so she wants you to throw in those other ones too.
Here, it's bigger now. Maybe that helps.
Divided by, what numbers did you use?
Then you're good. If you, well, they are the opposite. You don't have an example. And it's not, I did, I gave you a 2. You need to write this. Okay, so if you got a 2 or 2 plus, you said they were the opposite, but you didn't give an example, and they're not addition and subtraction. And that's why it's fine. Yes, question. You need her? Okay. All right. Show me if you need another minute. I'm going to go ahead and start the fact family review for some of us. Hey, do you have it written, Finn? Get that written, honey. You weren't here. They are the opposite. Put your name on your paper. Yes, Gabe, just ask and I'll help you. Do you have a question? Okay. Well, I can help you. He wants you, Gabe. All right, I think we're ready at home to get going. Can I go ahead and move on? Okay. All right, guys. So yesterday we had some technical difficulties. I want to make sure you remember the fact families. So we're going to watch this real quick. It didn't work yesterday, but I think it's going to work today. And this is a review, 5, 4, and 20. If you have those 3 numbers, they're related with multiplication and division. Right there's commutative property. Now you take the product and make it your dividend. If you know 4 times 5 is 20, you know 20 divided by 4 is 5. Now look, the same thing with 6, 3, and 18. If you know 3 times 6 is 18, because of commutative property, 6 times 3 equals 18. That's the product. Your factors are 6 and 3. Now for division, if you know 6 times 3 is 18, 18 divided by 6 is 18 divided by 3 is 6. They are related. Okay, so that was, now what I wanted to show you from yesterday we didn't get to see was the division. Some of us were still struggling with understanding what is division and how is it related to multiplication. So these are the 2 things you didn't get yesterday that I promised I would share today.
Here we go in 1, 2, 3, 3.
I thought it was 35 instead of 20. Sorry, one more.
Thank you.
First was really good. Third did really well.
You know we rockin' at the vision vocab. The total call, y'all. Let's go with the no call. The answer call, y'all. You know we rockin' at the vision vocab.
The total is given in division. You're looking for the total in multiplication. Okay, nice. So that's what we didn't get to watch yesterday. So we are going to do a quick review, and I'm going to do that on Kahoot. So you need your dry erase board, your sock, and your marker. So this time it's not going to be just vocabulary, they're going to actually be problems. Remember that the division symbol can be like a fraction, because you'll see some of that. Yeah. Oh, I just had it. Remember, you're not going to actually get on with the pin. You're just going to write your answers. We're going to play together, okay? So hold up your board when you have the answer. So Mrs. Harrison's going to be looking for that. How come it's not saying Nancy? Oh, it is. There we are. Okay, so today is our quiz review. And I gave you guys a whole minute to do the math, so we should be good. It's a fun one. All right. Yeah, that's because I gotta now log in to Kahoot it. It's not simple, but it's fun when we get to it. All right, now I go back. And now I just gotta make sure it says start. All right. Get your pens ready.
All right, here you go.
If 12 divided by 2 equals 6 and 6 times 2 equals 12, then 12 divided by 6 equals what? 12, 2, 6, or 3. Do the thinking. You have a whole minute. If 12 divided by 2 equals 6 and 6 times 2 equals 12. Then what is 12 divided by 6 equal? Write the answer on your board and hold it up. I see you, Ellie. I see you, Marin. I see you, Elena. Can you write the number for me? Looking good, Sawyer. I see Haley. I like that Haley wrote out the problem. Haley, thumbs up to you. I love it. If you can write out the whole equation, you guys have a whole minute to do this. So that would be awesome. I like that you did that, Abby. Gavin, we couldn't see yours. If you can hold it up again. Good job, Henry. Good job, Reese. All right. If 12 divided by 2 equals 6 and 6 times 2 is 12, then 12 divided by 6 must be, because they're related. Nicely done. All right, get your pens ready. True or false? 5 times 4 equals 25. Write it on your board. Write what if you think false, you got to tell me what it does equal. True or false? 5 times 4 equals 25. Waiting to see. If you have an F, you better have the correct equation. Write out the whole equation. Astria, put the right equation in if you think it's false. If you think it's true, then you don't have to. Can you write out the whole equation? Not just a number, the whole equation. Looking good, Robert. Haley's doing it. Haley, if you can get the right answer, that'd be great. Thank you, Clara. Looking good. I see you, Lucas. What do you think, Charlie? Write the correct answer. All right, is there anyone at home that can unmute who would like to tell us what it should be? Gavin, do you want to go ahead? Go ahead, dear.
The real answer is 5 times 5.
So 5 times 5 would be 25. 5 times 4 should be
20.
20. Good job, Gavin. All right, let's move on. Another quiz one. 16 divided by 2 equals what? 16 divided by 2. How many 2's are in 16? Write out the equation and hold it up. Count by 2's. Figure it out. All you gotta do is count by 2's, guys. How many 2's are in 16? Write out the equation. A lot of you are just writing a number. I want to see the equation. Robert, flip your number. Big number goes first, but looking good. Jensen, looking good, buddy. So guys, 16 divided by 2 equals 8. So you would want to write, and I'm going to hold this up, 16 goes first. And let me see if I can find myself to show you. I think some of you might have had the numbers, but just in the wrong order. And I can't see myself, so I don't know if Mrs. Harrison, am I putting it in the right place?
Yes, you are, Mrs.
Okay, so who wrote out 16 divided by 2 equals 8? That still has it. Does anyone still have it on their board? Okay. Okay, come up and show yours, Marin. So you guys can see that the big number is your dividend. The dividend goes first. So you should have had hold it up to them. All right, good job, guys. Counting by 2's. 2, Let's count by twos till we get to 16. Everybody, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. What do we get, Charlie V? How many twos are in 16? 8. Thank you, sir. All right, we got it. Let's do another one. True or false? 4 times 6 is the same as 6 times 4. They're equal. True or false? And if you can explain your thinking with the name of a property, that'd be awesome. Is it true or false? 4 times 6 is equal to 6 times 4. Is that true? Are they the same? Wow, I have some people that don't believe it, Mrs. Harrison.
False, true, false, true.
I see Robert.
False, false, true.
9 correct answers for my online students. Okay, so a lot of you wrote false. There were a lot of kids that said false, which is concerning to me because of a property. Who can tell me the name of the property? Sonny, what is it? Close. Commutative property. What does commutative property state? What do we know about the factors? You flip them around, it does not change the product. So 4 times 6 is 24. You don't need to know that. It's the same as saying 6 times 4. It doesn't matter the order of the factors. The product, excuse me, boys and girls, Haley and Nixon. The product will stay the same. So I hope you learned something from that if you got it wrong this time. It's commutative property. Okay, true or false? 7 times 9 is equal to 9 times 5. And if you think it's true, can you explain it? If you think it's false, can you tell me why and write the correct answer like a puzzled penguin? I'm not going to give the answers at home. 7 times 9 equals 9 times 5. Are they the same thing? Haley, good explanation. Who? Jensen, good explanation.
Not the same.
Good job, Astria. Okay. At home, Haley, would you be willing to unmute to explain? This is false. Haley, will you unmute and explain? And my kiddos here, voices off. 4th grade math students, voices off. Go ahead, Haley.
It's false because the two numbers are not even.
Right, what should it be, Haley?
It should be 7 times 9 equals 9 times 7.
Because of commutative property, right? 7 times 9 equals 63 and 9 times 5 equals 45. So they can't be the same. But 7 times 9 equals 9 times 7 would be the same. Good job. Okay, let's move on. Mrs. Aubin uses 4 apples in each of 5 apple pies. Which multiplication equation shows how many apples she uses? Mrs. Aubin uses 4 apples in each of 5 apple pies. I have 5 apple pies. I use 4 apples in each. Which Multiplication equation shows how many apples she uses. I should have said equation. Write it down, hold it up. But you know what? It didn't help everyone. Hold it up. I have 5 apple pies. There's 4 in each. Nice. Jensen, fill out the answer. Robert, let me see your answer. Leo, we'd love to see your thinking. Can you hold up your board for us? All right. If you said, good job, Astria. If you said 4 times 5, you were right because I have 5 apple pies. So it could have been 5 groups of 4 or 4 groups of 5. It doesn't matter. It was not a division problem. It was not dividing. We didn't have the total. We were looking for the total. Okay, here we go. What is the missing number? Blank times 5 equals 10. 5 times blank equals 10. 10 divided by blank equals 5. And I did something else. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. Good luck. See if it helps. That's what happens when you do it fast. I see. I just want to know the number this time. Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? When you've got it, hold it up. This time I don't want an equation. I want to see the number. See a lot of 4s.
Robert's got a big question mark. He's not sure.
Okay, think about fact families.
Katie's got it too.
Good job, Katie.
Clara.
Clara, you should have gotten 2. I even gave it. That's funny. All right, I feel better about it. So guys, 2 times 5 equals 10. Then you have the commutative property. 5 times 2 would equal 10. 10 divided by 2 would equal 5 because look, I gave it to you right here by accident. 10 divided by 5 equals 2, but I'm glad I did now because it's definitely not 4. 4 times 5 is not 10, right? All right. And number 8. 5 times 3 equals. Write the equation. Write the equation and hold it up, Finn.
Not in your places. I should get the sound of gray erase markers. One, two, three, 4. And you got answers all correct. 6 answers all correct. 7 answers. Robert,
15.
what is that picture?
Good job, Robert. Looking good, Katie. I see you, Astria. Write the equation for me. Nice job, Lucas.
Oh, it's 15.
Where's Mr. Charlie B? Did he leave? He left. All right. There he is. How many people did 3 fingers and counted by 5s? 5, 10, 15. Good job. All right, true or false? All of the 5s count bys, products end in a 5 or 0. That means when you multiply 2 factors, right? You multiply a number by 5, the answer always ends in a 5 or 0. All of the 5s count bys, the answers to the 5s end in a 5 or 0. True or false?
I have lots of mixed answers.
Really? I have a question mark. All right, what are the count bys? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Did you hear that, Haley? That was for you. Okay, if you were not sure about that, everybody's going to do the count bys with me. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, Haley, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Do they all end in a 5 or 0? Those are your count bys. Those are your products. I think this is the last one. True or false? All 2's count bys are odd numbers. All the 2's count bys. So Haley, I want to see you counting by 2's and thinking, are those numbers odd or are they not? True or false? Count by 2's. Are those odd numbers?
It's false.
Can you explain your answer?
False. False. Miss Alvin, it's false. False. Miss Alvin, it's false. It's
All right,
false.
Robert, looking good. Mrs. Harrison sees 7 right answers. I hope you're one of them. I see about, Abby, not a good idea. Can you imagine if everybody did that? Have a seat.
False.
I think everybody got it here. And the answer is false.
Miss Alvin.
Okay. So I am going to stop sharing my screen. I hope that that helped our review today. I am going to ask that if you are at home, you go ahead and get on Think Central and do your quiz today, quiz 1 for your assignments. Any questions? You'll want to have your math spiral and a pencil so that you, if you need to do any work on there, you can figure things out. Anybody have any questions before we move on to your Think Central quiz? I hope that helped. I see Robert has a question.